The scatter command under the compound objects is a fairly cool command used for just scattering my selected object all over a target object. This can be used for, say, scattering a handful of marbles onto a rug, if that's what you're looking to do. Or in this case, I'm going to scatter a number of these cylinders all over this sphere. To do it, we simply select the object that we're going to scatter. We execute the command scatter. We then go down and pick our distribution object. And there you can see what it's gone and done is stuck my cylinder just randomly onto my sphere. So if I drag down to some of the source object parameters, I can tell it how many duplicate objects to make. There you can see some pretty groovy things happening in the background. I can tell it how much to scale my original object by. I can even throw in a bit of vertex chaos so they don't look so even. If I just maximize this viewport, you'll be able to see that the cylinders are becoming twisted and warped. I can even throw in a bit of animation offset. I can manipulate how they're being distributed about this sphere. I can control how they're being distributed about the end skin, whether it's just going to be random faces, along an edge, all vertices, and so on. All vertices is fairly odd looking, all edges, all midpoints, all faces, and of course volume. We have some fairly in-depth areas to look at here. We've got transform, and there you can see the objects are bending and twisting. Local, there you can see the objects are being moved around their own local axis. And translation on face, and again it's very much like the local, but it's treating location against the resultant or the sphere. We have how it's going to display itself, whether they're going to be proxy objects or meshes, how much of them are going to display, whether we're going to hide the distribution object, and we can create unique seeds, which are basically a random base number for a random mathematical equation to just randomly place these objects all over the place. And then we can actually save this resultant. So we hit save. And at a later date I can actually load this up against some other objects if I really want to. So it's a fairly interesting little command. I suggest playing with it a fair bit because you can make some really interesting results.